My guest at this time can be seen every week on AEW TV. It is, of course, Billy Gunn. Billy, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me here today.
Yeah, man. Thanks for taking the time out. Well, I don't know if you can see me every week. Like the people that work there see me every week. I don't know if the people out there on the TV land see me every week.
Well,
they'd like to though.
Right. Well, are you making a case? Are you saying that we should be seeing more Billy Gunn in AEW?
Well, I'm a special attraction. I'm like when you go to the zoo and the lion's covered up, and then you go, well, I came to see the lion, but he's covered up. That's a horrible analogy, but that's the only one I had.
Okay, fair enough. How do you feel? How do you feel about like becoming a special attraction? I guess I'll start there since you brought it up, man. Yeah,
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with just popping out every once in a while. I mean, the boys are doing their thing, and I go out with them, so I'm happy in the spot I'm in right now.
Yeah, for sure. You got you, Christian. Now the Hardys are there as well. Like, do all the Attitude guys like hang out like separate in the locker room? Like, do you guys have a little kinship together back there at the moment?
Yeah, no. I have my own locker room. That was in my deal. that was in my deal. I said I'll come work for you, but I have to have my own locker room. That's just a thing. No, we see each other, and it's cool to kind of reunite, especially now that the Hardys have reunited back at AEW. But we all get together. I mean, if you ask Christian, he says I didn't talk to him for the first year that we were up there. So I mean, it's a thing with him, but that's not true. I'm on here, so I'm saying that's not true.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, but what about Jeff, man? Dude, the whole pro wrestling world seems to be caught up in arms at the moment about Jeff jumping over to AEW. What are your thoughts about him joining?
Yeah, I mean, it's in the bottom line is it really doesn't matter what we think. It's just what he wants to do and what's best for him. And if that's what's best for him, and he didn't, if you're unhappy somewhere else, why stay? you might as well go somewhere where you can have some fun and do your thing and be able to. I think it's just to have a little bit more creativity of what he does, because we know he's just off the charts when it comes to his own stuff. So maybe this is what he wanted to do, or this is what his next step in his career is.
Yeah, well, I mean, and he's getting to do this now. You've been with AEW a couple years now. I mean, very different change of pace, it would seem, than like WWE world. How has it been kind of settling into the new normal that is kind of the AEW culture for you?
I love it. I really do. It's a different, everybody thought I was going to be a WWE lifer because I'd, been there so long, and then I left and then came back and then left and then came back. So you never say never. But it's a good change of pace for me. I love the locker room. I love AEW. It's a lot of fun. Of course, it's just different. It's a different animal here than it was there. It's a little bit more laid back. You can breathe a little bit more. So I love it. I really do. I'm having a good time. I mean, of course, as I said, I'm with the boys. So, I mean, we have a great relationship. So, if I get to work and still do what I love to do and hang out with my kids, I mean, does my life get any better than that?
I don't know, man. It sounds like you're pretty happy right now. I mean, and of course, it sounds like with the Hardys there right now, you could even get to see a Hardy Boys Gun Club match at the moment. I'm sure that's something that excites you.
Yeah, you could. And then, I mean, there's all kinds of people that I'd like to do stuff with the boys, but I would really like the boys to work some of those guys. And I think the Hardys could teach them a lot. They're still in learning mode. I mean, they've only been in the business a couple of years. Just because they're my kids doesn't mean that they know a lot, because I don't know a lot. So they know about half of what I know. But, as we all know, you only get better when you work people that are better than you. And you get to you get a different feel. Like if it's, if they work with me all the time, then they just get the feel of how I do things. And that's not the way things work. It's just, you get a broad range of stuff. So when you work with other people, you get to feel different things. And that's what I want. That's what I want the most. I just want the boys to be able to work better people, kind of just get in a groove and find themselves more than me trying to help them find themselves.
How